All right, we got the 242B. This is about a 1958 era unit. It's got a gold tank. So as you remember from a previous video, when I purchased on eBay, this thing was pretty much roached. Roached meaning that it still worked fine. It just looked terrible. It looked weathered, it looked tired. It looked like it had a long day. Almost all the paint was pretty much burned away or something. And the tank looked like it sat in a boneyard in Arizona and just been oxidized and all. But it did work. It worked really good. So since then, we have sanded the unit. We have soaked and rebuilt the burner unit, and we have rebuilt the font, the tank, and all its components. And it's not perfect. There's a few dents, you know, in the font. Nothing I can do about that. But with that said, it's in pretty good shape. It's repainted gold, original color, and we're waiting for a brand new decal to arrive from eBay. Place right here. Should be the right era. Hopefully that's the right one I get. So in the meantime, I've already filled it up with some Coleman gas. I did test this after I rebuilt the burner this afternoon. If we come back from Sacramento, a little mini vacation, I went ahead and threw in the propane unit there and adapter, and tested it, and it seemed to work fine. Made a few adjustments on the burners a little bit with you know, you take them apart and it's like little rippled rings with a washer, spacer, and a stack of those and that type of thing. So I want to kind of get everything adjusted, so it seemed fine. This unit, like I say, it's you know, it still shows its age, but it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I mean, there's some pitting in here, a little bit of pitting. This unit right here, like I said, a little bit of pitting and stuff, but there's no dirt on it. It's super clean. I'm gonna close this up here. Gosh. There, I pull that out. I'm gonna close that up. I had it wide open because I was testing everything. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to brew any coffee or cook anything tonight because it's pretty late and it's been a long day. But I did come home and I took a little bit of time to get this thing wrapped up. So let's go ahead and without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and light it. So the first step is we're going to try to get this thing to light. So there we go. So we've got this lever up. We're going to preheat the generator. I have not tested this since I put it back together. So this is its first maiden voyage for the gas generator tank assembly. All right, let's go. Let's see what happens here. That's the light. It's giving me a problem. There might be a little water, residual water. Let's just do this. There we go. Maybe because I preheated it. Well, that's a nice flame. I'm real happy with that. It's a nice full bloom flame, really blue. You can see how we removed all the contaminants and everything. I mean, it's down to bare metal. Got a nice burn. Oops, wait. I need to relight this. Okay, so let's crack this open. Not bad. There is something really satisfying when you rebuild a unit like this and light it up for the first time. I remember when I was a young man, I had a lot of air-cooled Volkswagens, and I remember I used to rebuild a lot of Volkswagen engines, and sitting in the warm nighttime air in the Arizona desert and finishing up at 12 midnight a Volkswagen engine, and just got it installed, and for that first light, and when you start that thing up, and then you just smell like you painted out of all the shrouding and everything, and rebuilt your carburetor, cleaned the distributor, and all that components right there, the block, everything, painted the valve covers, new valve cover gaskets, I mean the internals, new rings, you know, all that stuff, new bearings, and you start it up, and you can just smell the fresh new paint burning off. It's just one of those smells that just is amazing, you know what I mean? But anyway, kind of like that, but on a much smaller scale. So I think we're going to wrap it up, and tomorrow we're going to go and we're going to do some cooking. I think we're going to try to cook some cabbage. I got that corned beef, I got to use that up, so we're going to probably cook some cabbage. I got some of this mix, this seasoning mix we're going to throw in there, and we're going to do that, and we're going to brew some coffee. So hopefully tomorrow that's what we're going to do. Anyway, God bless you all, and I hope you have a great week, and we will talk to you later. Take care.